When I realized that with 56 state assembly and with 28 on the government side, 27 on the opposition bench, don't forget that our speaker is also on the opposition side. So that actually conclude we are having a hung state assembly, not with one majority. It is a hung assembly. So anybody in their right mind will not feel comfortable, and in fact should address the matter by seeking a fresh mandate as the best possible option a responsible leader and a government should do. Well, number one, the two adun who jump or who quit from their party is not because of UMNO or not because of Barisan Nasional. That they do it on their own accord, you see. Well, to me, we are a proponent of anti-hopping law that would be tabled. So if I acted just the opposite, asking people to join, berpakat to get these people to join, I think that is not in line with what the party wants to do. Some of the those on the other side were saying that we're wasting public's money, public fund. But then again, as a responsible government, they know that over a period of 5 years, they must have allocated the necessary amount to conduct election. Whether the election comes in the form of pilihan raya kecil, or state election, or general election, any government will have to have that allocation. It is always the intention of Barisan Nasional to maintain a party that represents semua kaum, all races. Johor is a state whereby numbers of bangsa Melayu, bangsa kaum Cina, kaum India is a very balance between the Malays and the non-Malays. So that must be reflected in our state assembly. I'm not happy with the fact that there is no Chinese representation in the government. Dr. Chong alone is not a reflection of the mixed race in the state of Johor. So, how many seats allocated previously to UMNO? 35 seats, 17 for Chinese party and 4 to Indian party. So that is a reflection. That is a good formula, and we should stick to that formula. It's not something impossible to achieve, two-third majority. The number of parties representing or contesting in the election will definitely give advantage because Barisan Nasional has got core supporters. That is where It's very difficult to have those who jump or who leave UMNO and to come back and contest, because the party members will not accept that. So I suppose the more party contesting, the higher chances of barisan up to even getting a two-third majority. Maybe because of the strong result that we get from the Melaka, from the Sarawak state election, it has got to do with the expectation among parties, within the coalition to contest in this coming state election. So I think if we were to have our Johor state election right after PRU 14, maybe say 6 months after that, I think it will be different. Not having the state poll is what worries me most. Yes. Like for instance, for certain reason, the state election cannot be held. And that can happen if apa nama ini darurat apa? Emergency is imposed on us.
This is what they are all asking for.
That is my biggest worry. That's our biggest worry.
Okay.
Because then it only delay. Then it only deprive. Yes. The idea of wanting the state to be back to its glory days. We have to observe the SOP. And I believe that the SOP to be put in place in conjunction with our state election will be something that is going to be something that is meant to ensure that that the compliance, especially when Melaka, Sarawak state election is also done during the presence of COVID-19. So all we need is to make sure the enforcement is in place, and my message is that we should strictly comply to the SOP that is being introduced.